The most successful IT products are a combination of ideas and experience from a customer and a software developer. It is important to define the cooperation model to establish the organizational and financial conditions for the project, its duration, the possibility of making changes, and the distribution of responsibilities and risks. Hi, this is SSA Group YouTube channel. In this video, we analyze the main cooperation models and their characteristics, as well as criteria and the algorithm for choosing the most appropriate model for software development project. Depending on project duration and the level of client involvement in the development process, it is reasonable to divide the cooperation models into three types. Project-based models, which include fixed price and time and materials, are the best choice for pilot or short-term projects. The resource-based model comprises dedicated team, which is a perfect fit for a long-term partnership, and support packages for ongoing technical support activities. Let us consider each of these cooperation models one by one. The fixed-price model assumes a predetermined scope of the project, a set deadline, and an agreed-upon price. This model works best for the project with a duration of up to 2 months. The main advantages of this model are fixed budget and clear deadline. There are several important points to keep in mind when applying a fixed-price model to avoid common pitfalls. Pre-project preparation can be lengthy, requiring drawing up a detailed contract with a job specification. In a short-term project with a fixed-price model, the customer is sufficiently distanced from the process. If something goes wrong in development, the client may not have time to react to unforeseen failures. This model also does not provide the ability to quickly restart the development. The client must again go through the stages of business analysis, specification, negotiating, and signing a new contract. Other cooperation models could be more flexible in terms of making changes in the project scope or changing priorities. When working within this model, the development cost is determined based on the hours worked by the project team and other costs associated with the project. The time and materials model assumes a high level of client involvement in the project and the absence of detailed specification. The project duration is typically up to 6 months. The strengths of this form of cooperation include a quick start of about 2-4 weeks, a flexible plan and work schedule, and the possibility of changes. At the same time, the customer should be prepared for the fact that the cost and timing of work cannot be exactly known in advance, but can only be approximately estimated. However, with this method of organizing contractual relations, the client can turn to a trusted IT solution provider with a newly emerged idea and immediately start work. Using a dedicated team model, a team of experts is created to focus exclusively on the development activities for a particular client. This method is suitable for long-term projects with a duration of more than 6 months. The monthly rate per consultant is calculated based on the specialist salary plus the administrative fee of the IT service provider. SSA Group offers completely transparent dedicated team pricing, disclosing both consultant salary and administrative fee. With a properly structured process of building a dedicated team, the client and IT service provider jointly select specialists. This model allows developers to start with incompletely defined requirements, and the project scope is defined during the development process. Given the long-term nature of projects that last over 6 months, the members of the dedicated team are able to achieve domain expertise. The model ensures the accumulation and retention of knowledge, a high level of scalability and reliability. Customers have full control over the team's working time, but can also regulate their involvement in the process. As in the case of the fixed-price model, the monthly payment is predictable. At the same time, the client can adjust the intensity of work in the project. For example, if some result needs to be achieved as soon as possible, the client can pay for overtime of the project team. The dedicated team is the most flexible model, which allows clients to achieve business goals by combining the efforts of the in-house team and a dedicated team of the IT service provider. When talking about cooperation in the IT industry, one cannot ignore post-project maintenance. In terms of technical support, there is no such variety of models as in development. As a rule, everything is determined by the amount and cost of the working time allocated by IT service provider and booked by the client. Additionally, the intensity of information exchange and the speed of response to client requests are very important for successful service. These issues are regulated within the framework of the cooperation model. For example, SSA Group considers the client's needs, giving them the opportunity to choose between two types of support packages, regular or premium. Where should clients start when choosing a cooperation model for a software development project? First, the estimated project duration. Would it be short-term or more than 6 months? If the estimated project duration is more than 6 months, and the client needs full-time resources, then a dedicated team is the best choice. If the project duration is up to 2 months, the customer has a detailed specification and doesn't plan to make any changes, then a fixed price model can be used. If you need flexibility in terms of specification, project duration, scope changes, or planning to use part-time resources, then we can advise a time and materials model. For regular technical support activities, we recommend support packages. When initiating a project, one should also consider the cost-retention ratio. The relationship between the client and the developer can change, consistently passing through different forms of cooperation. A short-term fixed-price contract corresponds to the initial stage of cooperation. The time and material model ensures flexibility and increased interaction, and the dedicated team model indicates the strengthening of mutual trust and long-term joint plans. It is necessary to say, different forms of cooperation can be applied at different stages of the development of one software product. For example, the MVP could be developed using the fixed-price model, the further functional improvements could be carried out on the time and materials model, and the launch of a dedicated team can be applied to the development of a full-scale product. Consider the experienced IT consultants from SSA Group to support your software development plans and business growth. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching and see you in our next video. Bye!